Welcome everybody to this Fortnite region challenge. As you can see by the title, we are the bus driver and this is our bus driver royale. I've not actually seen many streamers get this done, so it'll be quite interesting to see how well this video does. We're in Oceania and I got lucky with ping. Or did I get lucky with ping? I think it stayed around about 200. Well, this normally operates about 300 in Australia. I struggle most with Asia, really, which you will see later on in this video, where I was on pretty much nearly 300 ping, but I did manage to get it done. As you can see here with Bistro, we are dropping at a different location, dropping at the golf grounds. As Little Stumpy or Big Stumpy has now changed in the game. Obviously there's a new area there, but when this was recorded it was still there, but with a bit of bus driver we landed elsewhere. So there, just loot up quickly. I am absolutely loving the pistol at the moment. I think it's the best for zero build as well. I've been watching a lot of competitive Fortnite in the last month or so, and I see how they use the pistol, so I thought, hey, let's use it. Also enjoying the pump, trying to move away from using the doubles, the Julies. They just don't hit hard enough, and I think that's been a problem, especially in Asia. Let's grab some shields and have a look how much a fin is, and we're going to go and try and take out our bounty, or sorry, our rivalry. As you'll see, then we get to Asia in the final video, final game, but we are way over 200 now, heading towards 250 rival victories. Again, I've not seen what other people are doing. I wonder if they're using the rivalry system for skill-based matchmaking as well, because you can actually see how many rivalries people have won in your game. If you just obviously not pause it, just go into the options menu and slide down to rivalries, it does actually tell you how many rivalries each person in your game has won, which is quite interesting if you think to yourself about the amount of bots in your game. It's a good way of finding out if you've got a lot of bots or not a lot of bots. See there, I pick up a purple pistol, which is just awesome. And we'll just get ourselves up to full shield. Still repping Tilly here. Let's get all this nicely up. Yay. Kinda need a shotgun. I'm not great with this chaos one, but we're just going to take it anyway, so make sure we got a shotgun. As you can see there, I switch out the AR for the pistol. It will be my long range to mid range weapon, obviously there with a shotgun. Need to get in 1-0 build, which is the best for games with higher ping. Have switched quite a bit between zero build and build. It took me 175 games to get all 8 victory royales in this season, so it's not great, but it's better than I thought, and I think better than last season as well. Most of it was spent doing Asia and Middle East. So pretty much this whole video has been about 80 or 90 games, up over 800 eliminations during them. If I remember, which hopefully I will, because I'm obviously recording this commentary and post it, I'll leave at the end how many eliminations across the eight games. I think it was at least 60, so that's good. I grab those mushrooms. Quite a slow start to this one, and we're just sort of getting used to a loop path here, because we don't land here too often, even though I have stated in other videos it has been my secondary landing spot. I feel like it will turn to my primary, but I think in Middle East we still land at Stumpy, but another one doing there. Come on, focus up. Here we're just trying to get in the zone, keep moving forward. Let's get in the zone. There we go, up onto the roof we go. There's plenty of options here. And we just go and get ourselves up to full white health, so to speak. Over. There we have our rivalry. I do like that rivalry just pop up there at the side about where they are, which has been really useful on these hyper games. And there we go, a nice easy elimination. Didn't take anything off our shield or health, just used our over shield, which is, again, is really, really useful. I didn't notice, I don't think until maybe the next game, that you can actually have permanent slap from the rivalry boards, and it's something I wish I knew a little bit earlier, especially doing these higher ping games, but I'll remember it from now on. But that's if they don't get rid of rivalry by season 3, which there's a high chance they will. I see someone there firing at me. Use the pistol. That's a bot. And there we go. There's the elimination. And this is a higher bot game. I don't know if that's a thing for Oceania, even though I do enjoy watching Oceania competitive. I wish the Fortnite competitive channel actually showed the Oceania content. Obviously Alex from Power, 8-time FNCS champion of the time of this recording, spoiler alert, so obviously he will be heading to Major 1 Summit in Frankfurt, I think it's in Germany. Yes, I think it's something that Fortnite needs to look into, of making all the regions a little bit fair when it comes to the competitive scene. People want to see things from all over the country, so obviously show Brazil, show Asia at the moment. I think they just show what I've seen Central and Europe. I'm guessing that's where the biggest sort of competitors come from, so that's what they seem to be doing, and they know better than me. Yeah, just fire along. But again, just getting more chest. Pizza is invaluable. What I've learned now from watching competitive is keep the pizza in the box until you need it. Because obviously minis and stuff are useful as well, but this seems to be what I'm going for now. Just 2 weapons, 1 movement item and 2 heals. Kind of want something to do whites, but sometimes that's not as always possible unless you've got splashes or pizza. Nice slide down. So I'm heading over to where my rivalry is. Obviously using the visual audio to see shots is always useful as well. Okay, heading up the long way. Up we go. Trying to find where our rivalry is. They are just below us. It's not a perfect system, this little sort of bullseye where they are. See here you can use the shard to rotate. Showing that he's gone forward. Let's get ourselves into zone. And we travel to where we know our stomping ground, so to speak, so let's go for it from here. We can land where we need to. We'll give up on our bounty. As we know from our personal experience, we know there is nearly always a gold fishing spot, and there still is. There we go. Yeah, for anybody wondering, that gold fishing spot is still there, even after the changes. But there's a little bit harder because there's sometimes a boss, and with it having more things around it, obviously more people land here now. There we go. We'll pick up a nice weapon. We don't take it, and we got a chest over here. What you really actually want from here is the minus fish, so all your weapons become gold. And I think that's, for me, has been the most important thing to get from there. Would also give you a very good chance to get a gold pistol, gold or purple pistol. Not too happy with the elimination count here, but and then we get to Asia. This was quite nice. Just need to try and get into the mood of just chasing eliminations again. Like I said, we were trying to get close to 20,000. I was hunting eliminations rather than playing the long game of just trying to win games, which is kind of what I'm doing here. Especially on these higher ping games that we need to chase down the victory royale rather than eliminations. Obviously, now I am free to play any region I want. Not that I wasn't free to play any regions, but when you're trying to get a challenge done, I kind of wanted to get it done quicker than season 1, which left me only just a couple of days, and only a couple of days to get the video out before the new season started. Obviously I know these areas quite well. See shots again, they were not purposely going after shots here. Realise at this point this is a very good chance for us to get that victory royale, so we're just going to hide back in our little hole. See that? There's was it? I think that should have crown. Yeah, it says crown. They've eliminated just behind us, I think, just in the hill. And that's the thing I've been doing as well recently. Open up your map, set where you need to go, especially on moving zones. It gives you an indication exactly where you need to go. See someone there. Well, let's take this elimination. We missed quite a few shots. I could play the ping, but no, that's just me. And there's the elimination. I have no idea what they were doing. You see there's someone. Fire nose, I believe that is the last player now. There we are, that's one in zone. That sort of grenade launch is really annoying, especially in zero build. I lost quite a few games with the Ice King sort of ice windmill, and there is the victory royale with the pistol, and there is Oceania completed. And look, we got a nice graphic. Now Oceania completed. Let's head over to Middle East. Here we are, Middle East. Very, very slow drop. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just going to slow drop. It looks like I'm going to do that. I think it's weird thing. I'm not purposely recording. I'm just playing games in regions. So obviously this is Middle East, and I'm like, okay, let's just go for it again. I'm not dropping at Stumpy, which I'm quite happy to say has worked out for me here. Well, so I land in a random pond. So again, that's not what you should be doing. But sometimes you just drop wherever and off you go. You see we're in build mode now. And normally I don't really care too much about mats. I'll get them from bots or easy eliminations, but here I do decide to grab some mats. There's a gold fishing spot, so back to my usual thing of making sure I have gold or purple weapons at the start of the game. For some reason that I decided not to. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. Get my fishing rod back up. There we go. There's the fishing rod. Yep, let's try fishing and let's get all headshots there. Again, that's not how you should be playing this game. I mean, I see rivalry there is just by me a little bit. I think I get lucky there. I get a purple pistol. Moving stuff around. Shred out all the pump. Oh, we're just going to take the mats. Good look at that movement. Oh, sorry, lucky there. Should not have won that one. And we can use our med kit. Obviously, we've got no shield at this point, and we just on 100 health. Completely forgot for playing a lot of zero build, but you don't have overshield. And we'll just grab everything we can. Move our pistol to the front. At this point I'm looking for shield. I am looking quite actively for shield. Well, we're gonna head up the rivalry bit and we're gonna get ourselves some pizza. we do like to eat quite a bit of pizza. I think it's so we don't save it for anybody else. Yep. Again, I'm not actively looking for eliminations here, which I know is pretty boring, but at the same time, there's that pistol. Even a short range is good. Well, unfortunately, I do take a lot of damage. So you can use pizza here to get up. Got quite a bit of a long way to go to get into zone. Where we go up towards the battlefield hills. Battlefield. Battlewood. Hills? And again, join these little, not challenges, but they're a great way to get some extra XP in game. And head up into the hills. Again, we're on build mode here in the Middle East. Nice super chest. Back to DMR. So we're going to switch that out and actually go to free weapons here. Had a lot of games, especially in Middle East, getting eliminated by the DMR, so let's go for it. And we'll jump into our car. For some reason, the Metallica car has changed in the game. Now we just have this blue car. I do change it for the after this. Look at awful tracking. Oh my goodness, that's short, so that's okay. Normally get about 130, 140 ping. My best alternative ping, besides obviously I'm in England, so Europe, is NA East. I think I have about 93. Great time to play NA East if you're here in the UK. It's kind of if you just wake up in the morning and say, well, a couple of games of Fortnite before I go and do anything. But you do get some grinders and sweats at like 6:30 in the morning here in the UK, so about 1:30 in the East. You can get some real sweats. But now we're just going to chase over with the car and try and see if we can get some better loot. Again, just searching around, using the car to get into zone. Low on fuel. There's another gold fishing spot there which I completely go by. It's unusual for me. Okay, now we've seen shots, so let's see if we can chase down an elimination. Over to where we started the last game. Track. Missed. That's two great shots. Well done. Congratulations, you missed twice. Honestly, they are flying over towards someone else. I think this is a real player. It is. Now we just use our pistols. That's why the pistol's good. Could have had 2 eliminations there, but no, we just get the one. We actually feel like we got the real player, which is nice. it is nice to occasionally get a real elimination. We get a few more of those in Asia, which is next. Okay, now we're just going to head over in this direction and sort of play ourselves in a bit closer, making sure our builds on brick. We like building on brick, especially mid to end game. Obviously at the start of the game you just kind of build in what you've got. This is not competitive, this is pubs, so to speak, so especially with the skill-based matchmaking, I'm not always getting a lot of decent players in my game in sweats, even though I've been playing since before before it was chapter 1, season 1. It's only recently I've been trying to work on my builds a little bit as well, which I hope to bring forward into different seasons, because we're going to try and do this every season if we can. I did want to take a go at OG on a live stream, but at the moment university work has got in the way of that. I do want to try and do some longer streams. At the moment I'm looking to mostly do F1 live streams, and they're the easiest for me to do, but I do also want to get a Fortnite live stream in once a week, and hoping to do that from June. Obviously with the F1 streams I'll be playing career mode. I'm also doing some challenges where it sees how long it takes me to lap every single car on the track. So I'm at the live stream stage for Austria, and I've just started Brazil, which is 0%, which was really easy and was not as long as I thought. Here I don't know what they're building like that for. Play the car, and there we go, this pistol. That is 100% a bot. I have no idea what they're doing there. Again, in build mode, and we've not really had to build yet. It's a thing I think you get used to, especially if you think every single person you come up against is pretty much a bot. Especially in this game, I think this is a very bot heavy game. This is where I pick I don't pick the infinite sprints, I just go straight to the pots and get ourselves above the fort. Do I drop the DMR? I think I do, don't I? No, surprisingly I don't. I would jump the stupid shadow on. Got all those pots and just wasted them and kept the DMR. No idea what I'm doing there. Again, don't watch me for how you should play this game. But at this point we're just getting more gold. Again, I should have really carried the large pots there over the DMR, because I don't really use it that much. We've got the pistol, we've got a shotgun, that's all you need. Well, that's one thing the DMR is good for if you want to try and take Okay, yeah, we're just going to build up here, just hide here. We can see where there's people below us. Just use their footsteps, just use it to where we are. So we don't really have to do much here. We'll just let this play out. Again, if you're not too great at the game, remember, build up and crouch. They can't see you on the visual audio. They may be able to hear you if they're wearing headphones, but I'm not sure how many people play with headphones on. Some people might just use the sound off the TV, but it is worth wearing your headphones. See the visual audio. This shows more and more footsteps, so we can just let them do what they need to do. We have a gold DMR, gold shotgun, and most importantly, the pistol. So we've got a repeller there if we need it. Zone is marked, but people are going to have to come past us. I'm using some splashes there. Nice easy DMR shot again. I have no idea why I didn't get that. Headshot, as that should have been it there, but switch the pistol and let's just annihilate them from here. There we go. And that's a crown, so that's a real player. Woohoo! Real player elimination. Let's grab Yunk, let's grab that crown so we can get another crown for victory royale. Obviously at this point we didn't know that was going to happen, but now we do. We're down to final two, and I feel confident. Not too much of a build needs to happen here. You can see them approaching, so if we build there, they've got to come past us, and they're coming in out of the zone. We take a shotgun to the head, and there we have it. There we have Middle East complete, and we just have Asia to go for the second season, when it's just Asia last. And here we have Asia. We're back to old Stumpy area, or little Stumpy, or big Stumpy, okay. And the new area has been built in. We've still got our gold fishing spots, which is important. But again, this is not the place we used to land, so we will be landing somewhere else for the rest of this season. Let's go and get ourselves a nice little AR so we can defend ourselves. A nice little float there because of the ping. We're on about 250 ping here. Not ideal for playing builds. There's lots of chests around here, but obviously I've completely lost where they are. Grab the Julie shotgun. Yeah, some gold. Here comes somebody. Take some lucky shots. They get a shotgun. And we get a shotgun elimination again. Ideally, that's not how you should be playing that, but we'll take it. Get some impulses, especially on high ping game. Impulses will get me out of the situation quite quickly. At this point, we have no idea where the chests are, and we are just running around like a moron. I'm going to drop down the mist here in a second. Get ourselves down low, so if they just fire at us, you can see them. There they are, right at us. We kind of got lucky there because we couldn't see them with the spray. They showed up as our rivalry. We kind of got lucky there. There's 2 eliminations on the board. And as I mentioned before, I think when you play on these earlier, easier sort of lobbies, especially with skill-based matchmaking, you don't really have to gather mats and stuff like that. You can just take out a couple of bots and get your mats up to a reasonable level. I found if you get to around about mid-game, about 10 minutes in, if you take someone out, you got full mats. Again, at this point, we're not thinking to ourselves, yay, this is us winning. As you can see, as I mentioned in a video as well, we took the pump over the Julies, which has been the big change. Oh, look, pistol. Yay. We do love our pistol now. Yes, let's get we know about our gold spots here. This was me testing to see if the hit point comes up. And it doesn't there, but it does here at the bottom. And let's see what we can get for our fishing spot. Near mark. So we decided to take the AR over a grey pump, which is very unusual, but I get what I'm doing there. Okay, we know we can get a rift, so let's rift. Right, that's okay, we've not got enough gold for a rift. I have no idea why I didn't realise the spot there. That's just awful by me. Okay. And let's use the rift. I still feel quite confident landing here if I need to. But I feel like the golf course will mostly be where I land regularly. But a video, 3 victory royales, 3 different landing spots, which is nice. Have a look there between the chaos and the Julies, and I decided to take neither. Just keep with the purple AR, even though there is a big decision coming up where I decided to take an exotic, which is very unusual for me. I decided to get mats here. As I said before, you don't normally have to do it, but for some reason I thought, oh no, let's get some mats. I think it's because obviously I play, and then if I win in the region, I then record audio. Here we have our next elimination. Let's give anything away. And this is when I felt ping, because I think a couple of those hit. And there we go, take them out. We didn't see that it hit, but there's no numbers coming out, but at the same time, I think they did actually register as a hit. Playing it smart there, taking the kegs, the shield kegs, instead of just using all of our heals. Every now and again you can sort of rift them here, but here it has an ammo thing, but I decided to just get more ammo. Here's the big decision. Yes, to waste them on a spray, which I don't use. Grab my pistol back. Okay, here it is. This decision. We look through and we go, okay. DMR. Twist it. There we go. We have our exotic. I think it's one of those things where we realised at that point that it was going to be a good chance of us needing it. Obviously it's got a higher level of hit point, and also at the same time it's got it's just exotic. Again, I decided to do get some mats. We don't need to. We get back up. We're in. Make sure we're in brick, and away we go. I think at certain points when I'm just playing, I realise when it could be a game where I complete the challenge, because I'm just solely playing in Asia at this point. Not trying to win games in other regions, I'm just playing in Asia, because that's what I do. I decide which area I want to play in and just keep playing games until I get the victory royale there. As I said, it took 175 games to get this done. 800 eliminations, over 75 top 10s. I think the total was over the 8 games was over 60 eliminations. I'll put something in the comments when I work that out. Okay, here's elimination. Those gloves are a pain, but this person doesn't know how to use them. Nice movement, and there we go. They've got really nice movement now. I think bots and normal people that are running, I think it's made them a little bit harder to eliminate, especially at close distance. Still think from range they're very easy to take out. This is us sort of actively chasing down our rivalry, but at the same time realising we're at end game now, even though it's nowhere near moving zones or anything like that. We're not close to moving zones, so not to worry about it. And there's just a little bit of a challenge there. No, let's just go by and just pick up a little bit of a challenge at this point as well. I do have an empty slot, which is not smart to play. And we pick up the pump. And take this chest, and there we go. Again, it's all about the way of name. We mark where our rivalry bounty, or whatever you want to call it, is. I can see someone walking down there. I believe that is a boss. We're not taking on that today. There's someone running below us. They are obviously running upstairs, and we're just gonna impulse out there and just get ourselves a bit further in. Let's grab our rivalry, which someone else poached. for some reason I picked up a purple AR, which we definitely don't need because we have the exotic. And let's grab some minis just in case. Completely ignore the board there. And head towards the waterfall area. We know that there's a crown player in the game. We pulse scanner, and that's when we thought we got the winch sort of, but then we realised, oh, actually we've got the scanner. I'm going to drop down just here, and we're going to build up. Well, not build up, build around, just so we can give ourselves a little bit of protection. We realise it's end game now. Again, it's not the ideal place to place yourself because you've sort of boxed yourself in. Obviously, we like, oh god, something else from there, and let's build up like that. There we go. We're just going to plonk ourselves here. Not very long. Just try and do a little bit of editing there. We realise we've got quite a long way to go. So we mark it on a map. Which obviously, if you're playing duos, you get one person to mark it. Think ourselves how we can get down there, and look how that is 100% a pink finger. I'm like, oh god, I'm going to fall down here. I was really hoping that the Yeti would have a rift, but it doesn't. See shots being fired. I think we'll see a crown player going down, and we learn our lesson. We don't throw the pizza down. Keep it like that. Which again, two things in this game that I think helped us get the victory royale: the exotic and not opening the pizza. There. You see the crown player has got an elimination. I do want to explore this area a little bit later on. It'll be a really good time for us to bring our next files. Skins. I have to buy an X. Well, I couldn't have bought an X file skin because I would have bought it. I would have actually spent money on it. And I think here we'll see that the crown player gets taken down. And they do. Impulse scanner. So that's where the crown is. Or they were running in, but they weren't. Again, we ended up by the studios, and they've just shown where the crown player is. Again, mark the zone, be smart. Use the impulse scanner just over there, just to see if we can see somebody. Picks them up. So let's go up high. They've made it all the way over there already. This is when there's some bad play by me. This is where I nearly absolutely blew it. Because I know up there, they know where we are. And see, I just hang there. What am I doing just standing there? It's fire. And there it is. I'm like, oh god, we're in trouble. Pizza. If I was him, I would have jumped down there. That was the perfect opportunity to take someone out really, really easily. But they don't do it. which I think was a mistake. Okay, let's get into Zoe. We do take a shot there, we do take our shield down. And here, we gotta eat some Zoe, eat some pizza. They should really got us here. It is the DMR. There we go, there it is. And there is Asia completed with less than 10 health. Thank you everybody for watching this if you made it to the end. And that is mission completed. And I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.